Hey Dungeoneers, it's your friendly Dungeon Master Peter, and welcome to another episode of D&D with me. Have you ever had one of your players say, "Can you explain that again?" Or, "Wait, what is the layout of the room?" Or maybe, "What style is the hardwood flooring here? Is it herringbone or parquet?" No one's ever asked me that, but please do. I got it in my notes right here. So let's go over providing better detail through narrative imagery as a DM. Setting a scene with a description is about creating atmosphere where there is none. Since this all takes place in the theater of the mind, it's good to use descriptors to spark imagination of the players. After all, you're the conductor of their imagination train.
Imagination.
Let's start off with a little example, shall we? What sounds better? Entering the temple, your eyes begin to adjust to the low light. The echoing sound of your footsteps reverberate off the stone walls as you continue through the hallway. The putrid smell of decaying flesh enters your nostrils as you step deeper into the darkness. Or, you enter the temple, and as you move through, you smell something bad. So I know what you're going to say. Well, you didn't do it the same way before, so let me do it again. You enter the temple, and as you move through, you smell something bad. See, it just isn't the same. Let's go over a few places where you can improve your imagery with better descriptions. So how I set up my location descriptions when preparing for a session, I base it off the senses.
Where is this place? Where am I?
For sight, I usually start with the description of the area, which includes some structural details. What are the walls made of? How does the floor look? Is it dirty or is it pristine new floor? If this is an older structure, I'll add some indicators like dust particles being caught by the sunlight or moss growing on stone walls. Things that would build up over time. For this, I usually do a Google search of a similar area and use that to get some visual descriptors and then base it off that. Next up is feel. I hate to use the word touch for this as it's more so atmospheric. This is related to weather. Is it humid, cold, warm? You can even describe the air. Is the party in a thick forest or in a subterranean dwelling? Where the air wouldn't be as fresh, it would feel close, even stale. This can also be used to describe an internal feeling. Is there an overwhelming sense of dread in the area? Or is this a calming feeling for the players?
This place is cursed.
What is it with you and curses?
You ain't happy without a good curse. This is cursed. That is cursed.
Alright, hold up. Now I know what you're going to say. Shouldn't the players tell you how they feel about this? And to that I say, you have a point. But in my mind, if an area has an energy to it, the players should be able to feel that. You disagree with that? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, let's go back to the video. Sound. It's as simple as it sounds. Anyways, this doesn't mean when it's night there's always crickets and when it's the morning there's always a rooster crowing in the distance.
Shut your mouth!
This could be the sound of wind passing through the trees, the quiet babbling of a brook, or the merchant quarter of a town bustling when people and merchants are shouting. Smell. That's it. Smell. What do the players smell? Is it yucky smell? Is it good smell? Okay, that's it. Taste. Sometimes you gotta be prepared for your players to lick things. I wish that wasn't the case. And that finishes off building locations with the senses. We're not going to add in a sixth sense here. I mean, the cleric probably sees dead people anyways. Next up is using descriptors for NPCs. I covered this in my D&D NPC video not too long ago. We'll link it, you can watch it there. But a brief summarization is, describe more than you see an orc. You can go into detail about the color of the orc's skin. Do they have a broken tusk? What are they wearing? Anything that would jump out to the players at a first glance with having to investigate or perceive things. Lastly, some NPC's social standing can be pointed out simply by the description of their clothing without having to say, this is a wealthy person.
Who's that then? I don't know. Must be a king. Why? He hasn't got all over him.
And a quick note on improving combat with colorful language. Sometimes you gotta make combat a little bit more, vivid.
I'm chaotic neutral!
The once proud kobold tribe now lies in diminutive
to draw a player's attention. Learn some more terms than you swing your sword or your magic missile hits. Add some flavor. Speak about the magic swirling around their fingers before unleashing that magic missile, or the spray of blood across the player's face after they carve that goblin in two. Obviously know your player's triggers and avoid them at all costs. Well, that's it from me, Dungeoneers, so let's have a quick recap. Breathe life into your locations with some senses: sight, feel, sound, smell, and taste, I guess. Describe NPCs to cover what the player sees at first glance, and spruce up combat with more interesting language. What are some of the memorable places you created or played in? Let me know below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can always find me on twitch.tv/thederpwood DMing for Dungeons, Dragons, and Dice every other Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's it from me, gang. Take it easy. Out.